Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope your day is going well. So I'm back again with some interesting stories as usual, and of course you know what time it is. It's all about the preparations for the game against Benin Republic that's coming up this uh, Thursday. That's on the 14th. And the last video I let you guys know that Coach Austin EGUAVOEN and his staff, coaching staff, had traveled yesterday for that encounter. And then a few hours ago they actually landed, and they are well in place to make preparations, to make everything right for the players to start coming in. And about the players, there's been some latest right now. Two players have now joined Austin EGUAVOEN and the coaching backroom staff, and these players include the likes of NPFL defender who gets his maiden call up to the national team. That's Victor Collins, the Nasarawa United player. And then we also have New England Revolution's midfielder Alhassan Yusuf, who is also said to have arrived. So these two guys are the first to show up. And also the last video I mentioned that Kelechi Iheanacho is also on his way to that one. So hopefully we are going to see him in the next coming hours. But not just him, but also all other players who are also on their way to the camp. But it's not just about Super Eagles. Benin Republic are also, gearing up for that one. And from their camp, they've seen, the really massive turn up compared with Nigerian Super Eagles. They've actually opened their camp, and right now they have like, up to 10 players who have already showed up in their camp. Of course, it's going to be, it's probably more important for them, to win this game, because unlike us that we are looking for just 1 point to qualify, they actually need to get a victory, in this game. So it's more pressing for them, which might explain why, they're having a mass turn up already right now. But it's not about how pressing the game is. I'm sure it's also very important for us, but the distance, Nigeria's Bible squad is obviously filled with players that are playing in Europe, so the distance is also a factor here. The Republic team is filled with a lot of players who play close by, so it's always easier for them to make that trip to join their camp. But more updates is going to come later for that one, and the more the players are coming in, the more the camp is going to be busy. The more activity is going to heighten up. And from the look of things, their training is going to start tomorrow, being Tuesday. Because of course the players should arrive in reasonable numbers before Coach Austin EGUAVOEN is going to know what to do with the guys. But let's leave it at that, and let me move forward and let you guys know the other stories. And Wilfred NDIDI has now reached a very incredible milestone with his Leicester City, as he has now completed his 200 cap for the club. So Wilfred NDIDI completed his 200 appearances for Leicester City in their game yesterday against Manchester United. Sadly, they lost that game 3-0. After meeting a rejuvenated Manchester United side, thanks to Van Nistelrooy's impact with the team. But despite the sad turn of events, it was a big appearance for Wilfred NDIDI, because he was given an award before that game was played. And then we also had another Super Eagles player who reached a new milestone for his club, and that person is NDIDI OSEYI-SAMUEL. He's now completed his 100 caps for Fenerbahce over the weekend, as Fenerbahce came home with a 4-0 emphatic victory over Sivasspor. And NDIDI OSEYI-SAMUEL was a very important member of that squad that got the victory, playing for 90 minutes and having some really important contributions overall. Again, great to see, our players achieving great things with their clubs, and we expect these guys to show up in camp as quickly as possible, because they are now, authorized to go represent their national teams. Because it's officially FIFA window. And for the man, for Bright Osei-Samuel, he had a few things to say to the club and his fans. He said, I'm honored and proud to play my 100th match in your presence on this important day. I'm always ready to give my everything to be what of you, the biggest Fenerbahce. That's what he said, and of course, we're happy for him, and more breakthrough, in the future for this young man. And then also we had the likes of Cyriel Dessers coming out right now to answer critics who have been criticizing him for not scoring as much, for Rangers Football Club. It's no news. Cyriel Dessers always faces these massive criticisms, but he has been coming good, of late, actually scoring back to back in his three consecutive appearances. Has been able to score in all of these games. The last game, as I mentioned in the last video, he got the 1-0 victory for them, over a very difficult Hearts side. But in his response to critics, he said, I watched Champions League this week and I see unbelievable strikers miss chances. Who am I to not miss chances? If I score three a game, I probably wouldn't be at Rangers. So this is what the man has now come out to say, according to Citizen Football. And I mean, rightly so, because everybody misses opportunities. With no striker, even Erling Haaland, sometimes misses chances. And I don't think it's fair for this man to endure such amount of criticisms that he does, at Scotland. But again, he said it, if he scores three goals every single game, that he's probably not going to be in Rangers, and that's true. It's going to be in the biggest clubs in the world, maybe Barca or Real Madrid, or Man City. But that just goes to show you how pained this man is for all the criticism that he gets, even though he shows up with his heart to try and win game every single game for this club. I'm just so glad to see him, getting back to scoring ways and being the important player for Rangers Football Club. That's the updates for this moment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like for the video, and also stay tuned for more important updates.